Derbyshire won their third LV County Championship match in their last 4, defeating fellow relegation candidate Somerset by 2 wickets in a classic game in Taunton. The game was set up rather nicely, with the visitors needing 117 runs on the final day and Somerset requiring 6 wickets, and they got the first of them in the day's second full over, when Richard Johnson was very well taken low down by Craig Keyswetter of Pious Chawler. Alex Hughes then came in and took the target down to double figures, and as his innings began to develop in partnership with the ideal man for the job at the other end in Shivnarine Chanderpaul, Derbyshire began to close in on the 244 runs they needed to win this all-important contest. Chanderpaul was obviously the wicket that Somerset needed the most. Although he's not been at his very best this summer, he knew that this was his chance to pay his county back for the faith they'd shown in him. Perhaps Derbyshire knew that they were making progress when Keyswetter took his pads off and had a bowl. His 3 overs were wicketless and cost 14 runs. His replacement behind the stumps was Alex Barrow, who missed a stumping chance off Jack Leach. And that let Chanderpaul reach his crucial 50, having started the day on 20. It had come off 86 balls, but that didn't matter. All his side required from him now was to keep going, with the target just 50 runs away. 49 were wanted when Somerset got back into this game, as Hughes on 33 was leg before to Leach. And after the addition of only 11 more runs, Tom Poynton missed a short and flat ball from Chawler to go for 7 at 206 for 7. And the tension grew even more when David Wainwright took on Chawler but missed. Keyswetter completed the stumping and knocked the batsman over too. Now Derbyshire needed 28 runs to win, with only 2 wickets left in hand. So this was probably the big moment of the day, and indeed the match, as Chanderpaul chipped Chawler to Craig Mashada at mid-on, only for the fielder to spill the opportunity. Chanderpaul then did his best to keep the strike, with Tim Grunewald battling it out at the other end. Lunch was delayed to see if either side could win, and it looked like it was going to be Derbyshire, who reduced the target down to just 6 runs as the players sat down for what could only have been a rather nervous break. And after all that, it was leg byes which won it for the visitors, and the importance of this victory could be confirmed by Chanderpaul's reaction. This is a man who's been playing in the first-class game for 23 years, yet this still meant a huge amount to him, as it did to his team, who looked dead and buried a few weeks ago, who now have it in their own hands just about as to whether they will retain their First Division status. They took this game by just 2 wickets, with Chanderpaul ending on a 74, which occupied more than 3.5 hours. The win sees Derbyshire out of the bottom 2, with Somerset now 1 point and 1 place behind them. They at least still have 2 of their fellow strugglers, Surrey and Nottinghamshire, to play before the season's end, so all is not lost for them, in spite of the 3 points they took from this game. Derbyshire, meanwhile, claimed 21 for their 3rd win in 4.